Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. David is back again. I'm sorry I didn't post any videos for the last 2 weeks. I just had COVID at home, so I needed to stay here for 2 weeks and I was not in the mood to make any videos, so I'm so sorry, I apologize. But now I'm back again. Before we start with the topic, which is Ricochet today, I would love you to ask to share these videos, to subscribe, to comment, whatever, and to spread all the videos into the world, because this is my aim, to help as much as possible all of you playing the violin. If you like my work, of course, and if you like the content. But now let's start with Ricochet. How to play and how to practice Ricochet and how to get perfect with this. The first and most important thing is this video is mostly, I think, interesting for the good intermediates and for the professionals. But also the beginners, I mean, why not? Just try to follow the steps I will explain right now and try to have some fun and to make some experiments. It's always good, even if you're not at a certain level of your skills, it's always good to try out, to make a lot, actually, shit with this little thing here made out of wood. Okay? So this is my opinion, so keep on doing whatever you wish. There are no borders. But now let's start. Ricochet. I will show you now a little exercise which you need to remember and to follow. Let's play an open string, only one note, like this. And now you throw the bow and you play the same distance, same speed what you did before. So instead of, you play. The moment where you throw, you really release the fourth finger. Just for practicing reasons, because normally I always ask everyone to leave the fourth finger on the bow. Okay, but for this, release it. And now put the finger back and do the same, and you will see the difference. Immediately, you should have more control. Again, we play first step, just a simple note. Now we throw the bow and we release the fourth finger. Now we leave the fourth finger on the bow. That's it. Okay? This is a little exercise to play a ricochet only down bow. The same you can do up bow. You play a note, can be also whatever note. And now you throw and release the fourth finger. Fourth finger on the bow. This is the first exercise. The next exercise you play is again a note, a simple one, but now you try to control the amount of bounced notes. Let's say you will make now only 2. So the important thing is you remove the bow immediately after you heard 2 notes. First step again, and now we throw 2 notes, 3 notes, 4, 5, and so on. Same you can do up bow, but the up bow is not necessarily important because most of the time you're going to play down bow ricochet. Okay, and now the next exercise is playing notes. We play now 2 again, but we play 2 notes. 3 notes, 4, 5. And same, also up bow if you wish so. Again, we can also play like this. Now we throw 3 notes. 4, 5. Okay? So as you see, the ricochet, again, the base of it is the détaché. Okay? So everything you're gonna play on the violin needs a good contact to the string and a good weight. These are the exercises which you can do. If you have a ricochet starting down bow and ending with an up bow, it's actually the same. You practice again without jumping. It's just Look, if something is written like 3 notes, dots with a slur, it means ricochet, and the last note is up bow. You practice like this. And then you throw the bow. Important, this is the way you practice all the ricochet. First you play the notes slurred, détaché on the string, and then you just throw and you play the bowings which are written. And now I will explain everything what is important to know to make it perfect. The first thing in playing the ricochet which you need to know is it's a bit like a table tennis ball and the rocket, or a ping pong ball, a ping pong rocket. Imagine the bow is the ball. You throw the ball on the table. The ball starts jumping because it has a certain weight, but it's jumping on the table, and the table is kind of it's the base. Yeah. If you take the rocket, which is now the right hand, the rocket is your right hand, and you put the rocket above the ball, which is jumping, and you suddenly shorten the distance between the rocket and the table, what will happen? Instead of this, suddenly will happen this. Because you shorten the distance, so the ball will start jumping faster. And this is exactly what you need to do if you play or practice the ricochet. That's why I'm saying remove the fourth finger. It's a bit like there is no rocket. But now with the fourth finger and a bit of pressing first finger, you shorten the distance. So you force the bow not to jump that high, and with the first finger and the fourth finger, I shorten the distance on this, and now it can jump only here. So it will be faster. This is the picture you need to know, which helps really, I figured out through all my experience teaching, which helps a lot to understand the way of ricochet. There is the ball, it's the bow, and the rocket, which controls the speed and the amount of how many times it's gonna jump. But now the important things is how it works. First advice is always make the ricochet starting when you throw the bow somewhere in the middle third of the bow. We have the upper third, the lower third, and the middle third. And this is the part where you throw the bow. Yeah? One thing which is super important to know also is that if you play the ricochet and if you throw the bow, you always use the complete hair. Never play like with an angled bow like this. It should be always straight, so all of the hair, they are really attached to the string. So when you throw the bow, use all the hair. And you see there is a good punch and it will have always a good attack. The second thing is, which is important, is the speed. That's why I always recommend to start just playing a note. And then you say, okay, I start here and I play only this amount. And then you throw and you play only this amount of bow which you told yourself you're gonna play. If you say I start here, why not? And I play all the way up here with a certain speed. If you play like this and now you throw, it's like this. If you play slow, but still this big amount, and now you throw, it's a different ricochet. And this you just try out yourself. What is the perfect place to start to play the ricochet, where you throw the bow? From what spot at the bow it's perfect for you. So regard. We have the first important point is you start somewhere at the middle. The second is the speed. How fast you move your bow. Slow or fast. Slow or fast. If you move your bow slow, the ricochet gonna be also slow. If you move it fast, it's gonna be fast. But one thing you should know for this, and this is the third thing, is the weight which you put with the rocket on the bow. The rocket, the hand. If you put a bit more weight, the ricochet would be also faster because the distance is smaller between the rocket and the table, the string and the bow. Again, now I don't put a lot weight. Look, now I put more weight in the right hand. Immediately it's shorter and faster. Now we take number 2, which is the amount of bow, a lot, and now a bit more pressure. You see, then the ricochet also stops faster because we press a bit more here. It's same like with the rocket. If you put a lot of the rocket on the ball, kind of almost no distance between table and rocket, the ball will stop bouncing earlier. The next step, which is important for you, is for the ricochet which goes down and up, is this one. There, it's also super important that you watch out that your arm, the elbow here, is always down. Just leave it hanging, and never put it up like this. In general, by the way, this is a side information or a side tip, never play like this. Even if you play on the G string, try always to leave your elbow really down, relaxed, okay? But now, if you play... The question is how to play a good ricochet if you don't have the time to throw the bow, because you are on the string already. Well, this is a very simple trick. Everyone knows the first of Paganini. You start practicing like this. First, you don't jump at all. You just play down and up bow, détaché. And now you watch out that it's really the lower arm which is working most of the time. It's this one, okay? Don't do this. This is not the right way. It's really only this. Now we speed up. Now we lose a bit the wrist. And it will jump already. Try just this 3 steps. Détaché, speed, lose the wrist. Speed, losing the wrist. And to give you a little advice which will help is imagine each time you go this way, like you go to the G string or to the lower string, you throw your hand, you throw it kind of up, but the rest is down. And what happens if you lose it? Look, it's going up and immediately down again your hand. It should be really relaxed. It's like a short okay? And this you do. This will give the right impulse each time when you go to the down and then you play the down bow. It will give the right impulse and attack that the bow will jump. What I do is actually I throw the bow on the lower string. And so on, yeah? So this is all what I have to say. And again, I just repeat, the most things is really throw the bow, have a good distance which you play with a bow. Don't play on only one spot. You need to move your bow. You throw, you move your bow, and you control with this hand, with the first and the last finger, how many notes will be played by the bow. I hope you understood everything so far, and now just keep on practicing and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.